Hi everyone, happy Thursday and happy start to 2024. I did post a video yesterday. I'll put the card in the top right here. I'd received some happy mail over the time that I took a little break from posting videos. If you want to go check that out. Today I have a collection of books that I ended up getting and ordering before the start of the year. And because I am basically on a no buy slash low buy, I will talk about that in more details next Wednesday, where I'm going to talk about my 2024 plans. And so we had some new releases come out, and this came out on the 2nd, but I'll talk about that one in a minute. And I also got my Amazon Japan order, which I'm super excited about. So let's get started. So this is the newest release. This was just released the 2nd, I believe, and is the newest Lulu Mayo book, A Million Baby Animals. Now, granted, this was after the start of the year, but I did make this an exception under my no buy low buy because I had already had it pre-ordered, and there were just a couple books that this one and the English version of the Atlantis book from Hannah Carlson that's coming out later this month. I'd already pre-ordered them before the end of the year. I had decided those are going to be like the exceptions to my rule. Anything else I pre-order has to be part of my budget. So this was just released. I don't know if I've seen any flip-throughs on it yet, but granted, I haven't been on YouTube as much lately, just been busy with work and trying to get my planner together. So let's go ahead and have a look. I was really excited about this one because if you've been around for a minute or two on on this site, you know I love little woodland creatures, and the little baby versions of them are even cuter. And this is no exception. This may become my favorite. I just based on these first pictures, because we've got the little, I don't know how you pronounce them, capybara, is that right? That's probably not right. And then you have the otters, you have the little unicorn and him dancing there with his little cane and hat, and the little ducks, and a cat in here. My brain just exploded. First page in, this is amazing. Amazing. The little sleeping mice in here, I just cannot, y'all. A lot of different animals in this one too for Lulu Mayo books, or Mayo, or however you want to pronounce it. I think I just said it both ways. But like, you have some of her recurring characters like the sloths and the owls and the kitties, and just, it's so cute. Okay, got that out. I have cuteness aggression. I need to go like squeeze a cat right now. Who's my closest cat? Nobody's in here. They knew better. Okay, promise that will be the only time I'm going to do that for this book. Those baby squirrels, I cannot. And foxes. Yeah. I think with this one, I'm probably going to start with the first page and just work my way through. I love all her pages and all her books, but it is a rare book that from the get-go I am just on board with every single picture. Like, fully on board. I just want to color this front to back, Because if I don't, I'm going to have a really hard time choosing what to color, and then this will sit uncolored for months. And it will be very, I will be very indecisive. Look at the little octopi. Is that right? Whatever that thing is. That would be a great, I thought they were clovers for a minute there. I was like, man, that would be a great, like, St. Patrick's Day type themed picture. But they're flowers. I don't know what I was thinking. Now, this is double-sided if you're not familiar with Lulu Mayo books. See? Went back to the other one. It is double-sided. I do want to do some further testing in here because seeing other people talk about them, they can be, this paper can be a little temperamental. Pencil's fine, obviously no alcohol marker. Drawing a blank here. Water-based markers, I'm not sure about. I tried some gel crayons, water activated, and I didn't really like how they felt on here. I have, however, used some Neocolor 2s and some watercolor pencils, and I feel like they've done well. So, definitely going to need some further testing. And I love the fur texture on like these little possums. They're just, my goodness. A little poodle with the heart sunglasses. I love the little baby poodles, the little poodle puppies. They're puppies, Michelle. Oh, that one's just, that's what I was saying. Like, I could start from the back and work my way to the front. I could do that too. Oh, it's so tough. Oh my gosh. Yes, this might be my favorite of her books. I knew it when I pre-ordered it that it was going to be like one or two. And that's not an easy decision, but well, not really an easy decision because I love all her books, but wow, that one is fantastic. This one might look a little familiar. Might, just a little. I ended up, I know I didn't get completely, I didn't go completely off buying my books because I picked up quite a few Christmas books. However, I stayed strong with this one because I thought this would be a good one to put on my Christmas list. And so I ended up getting Johanna Basford's Small Victories. I've been really intrigued by this. I've seen a ton of people coloring in it. And I love the idea because one of my goals this year is to use my pencils more. Do I say that every year? I probably say that every year. And I feel like this book is going to help me go a long way towards meeting that goal because of like the small little drawings and where I could just do one in a day. Hopefully this will also be a good way to help train me into using consistency with my pencil pressure as well. Because that is one problem I have is on a big picture, if I do part of it one day and then I come back the next day, you know, that first day I may have had very light pressure. I was feeling very relaxed and willing to sit here and spend a lot of time just gently adding layers. And then some days I just want bold, vibrant color with just a few layers. Maybe I'm a little anxious. And so my pencil pressure can really vary based on my moods. So I'm hoping this can be a way to help me combat that. And I do a lot of collecting of Johanna Basford, and I don't do a ton of coloring. So again, would like to change that. I do have some plans for colored pencils this year, some colored pencil videos, and hopefully Tammy and I have been talking about collaborating on an idea for months, and I think we're getting pretty close. I think she's going to be using this book, so I want, I might be using this one because I do want to show the pencils on different types of paper, and I think a Lulu Mayo book would be good. And plus, those aren't super large pictures given the size of the book. So, don't you hate when you get about halfway through and then it gets, at least for me, it gets troublesome to flip it? Ooh, I love that space page. I don't know if I've seen that one. And of course, cute little animals. Can't go wrong. I probably didn't even need to flip through this one, but I still flip through. I try to flip through all my books, even if you've seen them before. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes I watch flip throughs. It could be the same book. I do like, she has the test page right here. Very nice. Sometimes you get a different perspective, or you see something you didn't notice before if you watch, flip through the same book or whatever. Uusikuuu came out with a book for those of you that are fellow fans. And this is actually really funny because Lonely Pumpkin, the book Lonely Pumpkin has a couple Christmas pictures. And my plan was to color one during December. And well, that didn't happen. However, Uusikuuu actually published this, was it right after Christmas? I don't think she was able to get it done in time for Christmas, which that's fine. I actually don't mind since this kind of combines Halloween and Christmas. This would be something I would be willing to color year round. That's how you get me to color Christmas year round. Put some Halloween stuff in it. This is a smaller book as well. I was showing like in comparison Lulu Mayo to Johanna Basford. Here is Lonely Pumpkins in regards to that. And then a full-size, like typical coloring book you get from Amazon. This is also Amazon printed, but it's just a different size. More like the newer Matchstick Mouse books with the glossy paper, kind of like that size. So lovely matte paper. Single-sided, which I love. Oh my gosh, I love his little ghost doggy friend. What's his name in Nightmare Before Christmas 0? Oh, this is adorable. Yeah, I'd probably have that face too if I was chopping wood. See, the one thing I like here is, even though, yes, he probably is a lonely pumpkin, like, he could still have fun on his own with his friends. Well, I mean, he has friends. I guess I'm just saying, he doesn't have to be around other pumpkins to have a good time. He's an introvert. Maybe not as much he is a little lonely, but as we saw in the Lonely Pumpkin book that Uusikuuu also has, Oh, and there are names for the titles for the images over here. I keep forgetting about those. Oh, a little snow. Snow ghost, snow dog, snow ghost, snow snow ghost dog as opposed to the ghost dog. Okay, that took more effort than it should have. I like the nice bold lines here. In the earlier books from Uusikuuu with the witches, the lines were a little thinner. I do like the updated line art a lot. These are books I definitely want to use marker as a base in, and it's just because the way Amazon paper bleeds, a lot of times having the thicker line art is a lot easier. You don't have to be quite as cautious putting down the marker layer. Though you still do get some bleed, it's not as bad. It's a little haunted gingerbread house. It's so cute. All the little ghosties get Santa hats. I love how the little needles have little skulls on them. Well, I love the little Halloween touches, even though it's, or spooky touches, even though it's Christmas themed. Totally dig that. Aww. So are we visiting his grave, the ghost dog's grave? I'm assuming so. It's so cute. Looks like Santa came. Very cute book. Really like it. I wanted definitely to show this one because when it came out, you know, a lot of people were kind of taking breaks from probably from social media and everything, and you might have missed this release. Another one that you might have missed, Jade Summer just put out Kawaii Town, which of course I do like anything kawaii, so I was excited to see this. This actually has a matte cover too. Have all the recent covers had matte covers? There are the artists. Really like that they do that. Well, cover got a little banged up. I don't think anything else did. Okay. This book belongs to... Am I crazy, or has Amazon changed their paper again? This feels a little thin. Maybe I'm just not used to seeing double-sided print on a paper, and maybe that's why it's throwing me off. And they just have it here in the front, so... So there's some things here in the front. There's a color chart over here. There's blending practice. Another color chart, blending practice. I don't know if you really need all this in the beginning of the book, but they've been doing a lot of, if you go to their Facebook group, they've been asking a lot of questions of that group to improve their books, so maybe that's something they've suggested. I do like the coloring challenges. One of these days I am going to start working on that. Coloring journal. And we have black backed pages, which I actually don't mind at all. Some people, I think, have trouble because they curl. Ooh, I like that kind of grayscale feel. That is cute. Oh, look, another book I can say cute a million times about. Now, the line art is a little thin in places, I think, just to be able to add details, but like here, this might get a little dicey if I want to use markers. There's a lot of detail in these pictures. They are super cool, though. I really love the design behind these. Gecko bed and breakfast. That's adorable. Oh, he's on little... Oh, I thought he was on little, like, roller skates. He's on steps. I was like, man, that's some real talent. Not only to be on skates, but to be on the second story in skates. Water slide lab. I feel like any lab should have a water slide lab. I do like that their artists have been doing like these pages with like the little objects or like 4 smaller pictures and stuff. Again, I feel like having different options like that is nice when you're maybe just wanting to color something quick versus a more detailed page like this. So these are super cute, but they do have a little details to them. Like I said, some of the line art is, and you saw it on that previous page, is not super thick. So you might have a little bit of trouble with markers. You might have to be just a little more careful with the lines if you're using marker. Super cute though. What is happening here? Wait a minute. Okay. He's giving him a shot. Oh, and it's the grown-up getting the shot, and he's crying, and now the kid's crying. That's... that sounds about right. Telling the kid to quit crying and don't be a baby, and then the parents crying too. Now, I don't know what's happening to that poor little bird there, but that hedgehog looks extremely concerned, and that pharmacist is like, do I need to call somebody for y'all? I love the snake, I'm assuming librarian. I do like these seasonal themed pictures in here. So you could do like, I don't know, a lot of people get married in June in the summer. You could do like the wedding one then. You could obviously do the Easter one during Easter. Here's a cute little Christmas themed one. Christmas Easter. Christmas Easter. Oop. I guess we are doing landscape now. Yeah, I do prefer the thicker line art. However, like I said, with the level of detail in these pictures, it's like you gotta strike a balance. You can have, there are a lot of super simple kawaii base books that have thick line art, but there's not a lot of detail in the pictures. And I like that this one has options for more detailed things that they're doing. Clock shop. Oh, y'all know I love this one. Love the pirate pictures. Always do. My goodness. He is big piggin' over there. Fur nicher. Love that one. That is an interesting effect with the shading and such there. Quotas, quotas. Boy, this I think a couple places that probably look like that close to Christmas. Boy, that kid is a menace. Runaway shopping cart. Ooh, the kids in this book, man. Looks like it's got 50 images, I guess. Oh, and then you have a couple sample pages from their Christmas countdown book. Their stress relief book, which is another one I need to color in soon. Their stained glass animals. I see it says stained glass animals by Jade, but it doesn't have the numbers. Well, I guess because it's a sample page. Though I do think that they should consider putting out a non-color by number version of that, I think. Or at least poll their Facebook group to see what would happen there. And then the vampire romance, which looks really cool, and I was kind of tempted by, but like I have a bunch of vampire books that I haven't been coloring in, so I need to wait on that. I love this picture. So, oh, good reminder overall, again, with the influx of books in the market, particularly like AI books on Amazon. Highly recommend leaving book reviews when you can on Amazon or other sites that you shop on. It helps with how they show up in recommendations and how they're rated and things like that. So when you can leave a review, I want to do better about this year as well. So it's not everybody else, just everybody else. It's me too. I need to do better about that. But like I said, that helps their standing with Amazon. That helps with showing their books showing up as recommendations for other people. So like I said, I consider doing reviews if you can, or ratings at least. This is the latest book from Eriy. I saw right before the end of the year. They knew what I was going to do, and they're like, oh, we better get this out. And I ended up getting this on Amazon Japan, and I'm babbling because I was trying to look for this. It says the translation is open the door of your imagination, but there might be a more official title for this somewhere. But this is the latest book from Eriy. It does have, that's what the inside cover, or the cover looks like, and then you've got the dust cover on it as well. It actually came pretty darn quick from Amazon Japan, I have to say. These are double-sided. Let me see if I can zoom this out. There we go. I think this is a description of all the different images. Oh, these are beautiful. Oh my goodness. I'm guessing these are different books. Maybe that is the theme. I might hover the translation over at the end. Well, we know this one. That's Beauty and the Beast. Nutcracker. There's Christmas Carol on this side. It's a couple. Oh, Little Women. Know that one. Yeah, I think this is like book based. Jungle Book. That's very cute interpretation of it. Anne of Green Gables. Kitties. Love that picture. Both of those pictures. Oh, Chronicles of Narnia. I thought I heard Windery in there. Looks like there's a... Oh, this is... Oh, a page that you can cut out the different characters. And cut out some of the scenes. Maybe you could leave them as little notes. Or include them in cards and stuff. So that is cute. Last one up. I actually asked for this one for Christmas too. It was one I was like, yeah, I'd love to complete this in a year, but is it going to be this year? No, probably not. Though I'm going to try. I say that, and I have the Whimsy Girls Through the Holidays that I was also going to complete in a year, and it might be more than halfway done, but yeah, I know better. I've learned between the year-long challenges and advent calendars and stuff that I need to be a little more flexible in what I'm coloring when, because I'm just not meeting them, and so I'm getting disappointed in myself. It's just not who I am as a person, I guess. But this is by Deborah Muller, and this is Halloween All Year Long. And as you heard me talking earlier, a good way to get me to color a holiday year-round would be Halloween. And so I feel like this was a very appropriate book. Well, it feels like a thick book, too. Yeah, I am not going to make any promises for finishing this in a year. Ooh, so is there rat poison in the cake? Or is the rat poison made of cake? Mm. I love those little socks. That would drive me nuts. Like anytime your socks get like so loose they like flop around when you walk, that would drive me crazy. It drives me crazy when that happens. Like I can't imagine just doing that. Love some of these I have to look at for a minute. Like here I was like, what is this representing? And I'm like, Easter eggs. Oh, there you go. Even ogres like to Easter egg hunt. Summer camp. Actually, it's really funny. I like this is my kind of spring mood right here. That's hilarious. Love that. So this is great because that Whimsy Girls for Celebrate the Holidays book what I was telling you about, the Mother's Day picture in there, I looked at for months and months. And I'm like, I want to do them as zombies just for something different. And I did, and it was so much fun. And then I get this book, and I'm seeing some of these, and like I saw the zombie one earlier, and that just made me laugh because I'm like, see, great minds think alike. You got the Tooth Fairy. That looks terrifying. I love it. Yeah, that snowman looks pretty terrifying too. Some of these really are kind of my level of spooky appropriate, like a graduation. I'm assuming Cinco de Mayo. Hopefully, I'm not making too many assumptions. Yeah, I guess I need to color this one this month. Man, that is an ugly, ugly, ugly child. That's one of those babies that, the parents probably want to show you about 50 pictures of, and after the first couple, you're like, no, no, I'm good. Some of these I think are just fun, random Halloween pictures. I don't know if they're associated to like a particular like holiday, but you could do them year round. You could do them in different colors. Of course, I love this one. She is busting out in all the right places, and she's got a cat. We appreciate that around here. So at the fair, or it could be Valentine's Day because it's a heart teacup. So you could do different things here. Heck, you can make that Valentine's Day. Yeah, there's a heck of a bath for you. I think you're cooking more than bathing, but she's just throwing that top. Having some tea. Putting out your garden for the summer. Putting out, seeding your humans along with the rest of your garden. I love that. Seeding your zombies, not humans. I dig that. Just don't get them mixed up. Good prom picture. It'd be good for like April or May. Creepmas. So when you say I love people, Oh, another ugly baby. When you say I love people, does that mean you are a people kind of monster, or you like how people taste? Like you don't need that bottle. Girls' night, ghouls' night. I like that. Love the puns. I love the tights they always have in here too. First day of school. Can you imagine scrolling through all those first day of school pictures on like Instagram or something and coming across something like that? Love that picture. That's fun. Yeah, who needs the sleigh? Who needs reindeer? He just sports like demon wings and he is good to go. Ah, the Cupid. Oh my gosh, I love it. Love it. She's serving herself at that Thanksgiving table. Y'all dine on me. My gosh. This one, good thing this was for last, because this feels like this one's been completely unhinged. Oh my goodness. That could be kind of a New Year's one too, like with the little champagne glass. Or Day of the Dead, obviously. Oh my gosh, yes. Squatch Beach. That sounds that sounds a little disturbing. Like furries only or something. Well, there you go. I love, like, these are luxurious, like, blonde brunette locks. You cannot convince me otherwise. Like, absolutely cannot convince me otherwise. You know, with those feet too, like, she's gonna be a surf champion. So is it just Sasquatch if it's a girl Sasquatch or a boy Sasquatch, or is it Sasquatchette? Maybe. There you go. But you know she's gonna be a killer surfer with those feet and those hands. Like she's gonna have incredible stability. Love the family portrait there. It's like they're trying to keep the kid's head together. Like they cut the smile a little too wide. That is such a demented Easter bunny, and boy, I am here for it. I am here for it. Love it. Oh, this is so fun. My goodness. So fun. A lot of images in this one, too. Y'all know I love that one. How cool. I don't know. I love the Coffee and Cats Deborah Muller book. I love the Chubby Witches book, but man, I really like this one too. It is tough. I don't know. These are some really, this has been, I mean, love all my coloring books, don't get me wrong, but like this has been a really strong set of coloring books here today. This is the problem then I run into is which one to color in first. So there you go. That was a little long, but we had quite a few books. Um, so again, I will talk about it more in my 2024 plans video next week, but at this point, the only other book I know is coming is the Atlantis Hannah, am I saying it right? Hannah Carlson, uh, Tales from Atlantis is coming, the English version from Amazon at the end of January. Currently, that is all I'm getting until my next YouTube money, which revenue stuff should hit mid-January, and it is it's not a lot, but basically that's what I'm gonna have to spend on. I'm gonna let it carry over, but it's we're gonna be mindful about buying this year. No books until that point. And like I said, it may be the 15th this month. It may be even next month, but I think it's going to be this month. And the challenge is going to be, once I have that money, being as mindful as I can about purchases, because it's got to cover coloring books and supplies, crocheting supplies, video games, reading books. Like, it's got to cover basically all my hobbies. And so the challenge will be trying to keep as much of that for as long as I can in case new releases come out. Because there's a lot of artists that I just usually automatically buy from, especially with coloring. And so I want to make sure I always have some back just in case a new release comes through. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So far, so good. In the new year, I had to buy some moisturizer for my rosacea skincare stuff, but really, truly, other than just some necessary, like, medical stuff and like things around the house, I haven't had any hobby purchasing since the start of the year. So anyway, thanks guys for watching. I am going to post my completed pages on Saturday, and that'll be the last video of the week, and then my plans video will probably come through next Wednesday. So just to give you a heads up, that'll be my completed pages for December. You're probably going to see some coloring, Christmas coloring from me in January as well, but as I finish up some stuff. But I want to go ahead and get the completed pages done, because otherwise there's going to be a whole lot of pages to go through for both December and January. So look for that on Saturday. I am a little late with that, and I hope everybody has a good start to their weekend. Thanks, and bye for now.